cannot be explained by science. Okay? Strange phenomena. Okay? Now there's different branches of the paranormal. I heard of cryptozoology, right? Study of Bigfoot. Cryptids, Mothman. I heard of that, right? It's pretty goofy. Yeah, lingers, trapped. Sometimes we're trapped, that's to believe. Pardon? Yeah. Yeah. But solitary human-like essence. That would be a ghost. Yeah. They're known to haunt locations, objects, or people. Have you ever heard of like dolls being haunted? How many here think they would believe a doll can be haunted? I'm just curious.
Over there. I don't think they are, but my sister played a dirty trick on my brother when we were young. She always liked to stay up there in her room and read. Yeah. My brother went and she teased us that her doll talked. My brother went up to talk to her one time, up in her room, and her dolls were on this chair. And our next door neighbor come over to see my sister, and my sister told my brother to get behind the chair, and when Janie came in to see my sister, to throw the doll at her. And she did, and the friend went running downstairs, and her hair was sticking straight out of her head.
Sounds like good fun.
Yeah, for my sister and my brother, but not my neighbor.
I kind of believe in it because we just came back from West Virginia. We did an investigation at a house called Heyman House. The guy was a lawyer, his name was William Heyman, and supposedly the wife passed away there, and there was a girl in the tub, right, Marty? There was a girl in the tub?
Yeah, died from pneumonia.
Yeah, and this was up in the attic. They had a doll sitting in the rocking chair. And they did like a little experiment called the Estes experiment. Basically what that is, you put blindfolds on somebody, you put headphones on, okay, and then you ask questions, and what you have to put into a spirit box. Anybody know what a spirit box is? Anyway, spirit box is, this is a spirit box right here. It'll show you. It's just
Spirits.
the radio, okay? But, as a trick to it, it sweeps frequencies, okay? And it's believed that spirits can communicate with us through, they come through these frequencies, okay? Now this spirit box here, I think is the 144 frequency. And then there's other spirit boxes that have different frequencies that you can dial in. For example, APF processing. That's exactly what that does when I hook it up to this. So anyway, the experiment is you put headphones on and you're listening to this. You don't hear anybody around you. Okay? And then the words that come out, you hear. People are asking questions and you kind of like see it on AC. But I lost my train of thought.
The doll.
Yeah, so anyway, they had a doll in a rocking chair, and then there was a bed, and that's the room I was sleeping. So we did a session in there, and after the session, somebody went back in the room, and they said that the doll moved. We're all walking to the room, walking by it. And one lady said that the doll moved. So we had before and after pictures. The doll, in my opinion, it moved, but I can't prove anything because I didn't see it happen, but it did move. You could see that it did move. So when I went to bed that night, I was laying this way, looking this way, not that way where the dog was. And I heard a noise. And I was just laying there and I'm like, okay, all right. It's okay. Oh, be composed, don't do nothing, don't turn around. But I did feel like something was there on the other side. So then after a while, that feeling went away. I turned around and there was nothing there, thank God. Things like that do happen. Has anybody ever felt like they're connected to a ghost or a spirit? No? Or think you've had an experience?
There was something following me around when I was a kid. A spirit was attached to me when I was a child.
Following you around?
Not anymore.
No.
We don't think it was necessarily malevolent. It just liked to mess with me because kids are scared of everything.
I've seen a couple.
Okay, so we know what a ghost is. What about a spirit? Think there's a difference? Elementals. Elementals is kind of like a popular one. The elemental is basically a spirit that's of the earth. Like earth, water, fire, earth. I don't know how to explain it right. Their essence is like water, fire, shadow people. Very shadow people, right? And the man with the hat, right? Usually when you wake up, you got the bottom of your bed standing there staring at you. Some people think that the man entity or supernatural being that has power to influence people with it. Okay, so that you could say like a demon tries to influence you, right? Tries to possess you. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. I introduced you to the Spirit Box 7, but then we talk about what we in the field believe to be ghosts and spirit. Okay? It's mostly based on energy. Okay? I believe I touched on it in the movie where our bodies are made up of energy. Okay? A really weeny teeny bit. But it's your soul, and it could be your conscious mind that survives physical life. So basically your soul and your conscious mind survives, but it's energy. Now, the body, if I'm right, is usually it's like 1.7% energy. So the question is, what happens after you pass? Where does that energy go? Does it survive? Does conscious survive? Those people are leaning toward that conscious mind survives, along with the soul. Okay. It's like I was talking in the film about telepathy. Telepathy is that power to think that energy transforms into conscious energy. And that energy transitions itself and it can move from place to place. So when heard of Nikolai Tesla, well, he kind of like got the ball rolling on world is full of electromagnetic fields. Okay? There's a lot of electromagnetic fields. There's different types of electromagnetic fields. So in the paranormal field, trying to keep up with itself, they keep coming up with different types of EMF meters. Because there's different types of EMF fields. Now, I'm going to go into some equipment here to show you examples of stuff. So I see it before. Anybody watch Ghost Hunter shows?
I've seen a few.
This is a REM pod. Okay? Kind of acts like it's called a seraphim. Okay? Energy transformation device. And how it works. Okay? It builds an electromagnetic energy field around itself. Okay? And if anything is conductive, like a ghost or a spirit energy, it will set it off. Now I can set it off because I have regular energy in me. Sure. Yeah, different colors. See. Now, concept behind it is kind of hard to visualize because what you're thinking is that, oh wow, a ghost is touching it like that. What's really happening is happening in the verse. The energy, if it is a ghost, is bouncing off. So like when I'm going in like this, it starts going faster, faster, faster. If you have an energy that's going near it, anything like that, it's bouncing backwards off, not trying to grab.
Is that the same principle as a therapy?
Yeah. That's what I said. I couldn't pronounce it. The theremin is like a musical instrument. And it's kind of like the same thing here. How it
Now,
works.
does it do differently for, like somebody else to walk up there like that? Would it be?
No, it just does the same
Same
thing.
thing.
But it has,
Just give off a different strength of whatever.
right, and it has 4 settings. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And the higher the setting, the more sensitive it is. Right? I'm just going to leave that on. Maybe something will rattle its bones for us. Now, I have seen this little gadget. This is the K2. This is the same thing, basically kind of like that. However, this is like one of the first ghost hunting types of machinery that came out. Okay? The difference between this and the difference between this is this is picking up straight ahead, okay? It'll only pick up what's in front of it, okay? This one picks up 360 degrees, okay? But this one's using alternating current. This is kind of using AC and DC current, okay? Now there's no real proof that those spirits or energy, when you pass, it becomes AC current, DC current, that whole type thing. But this is one of the most faulty type devices you can buy. Okay? But the way we use it, and we still use it, is it helps us find like regular HD current. For example, like over here. Should be picking don't bother me. Huh?
But it really is one of the most healthy devices you can have.
Anyway, it usually goes off when you get near you're close. Bounces right off of it. But it's, but in the sense of a ghost.
On my phone, you get.
Yeah, see if you get, see the phone will make it go off. You want to pass it around, pass it around. Yeah, coming off this line. So when we're doing an investigation, we'll walk around like this. Come close to it. If you get a cell phone, lets us hear fields.
That thing went off, we blamed it.
Get excited when they go off. Although it could be anything and anything, you know. But we get excited when they go off. But it lets us hear the fields. Like for example, we're doing an investigation, like I said. And these are more modern, these are more up-to-date type EMF readers. Okay. The red is Paranormal. Related it over the years. It's not the three, but I have like probably maybe $8,000 in equipment. Now this is one of our favorites we use. It's called an obelisk. Okay. It has different functions. It has 6 different functions. But the main function is the word, and some of the words that came across that you wouldn't expect to come across was bridge, fire, smoke, okay, things like that. And that's what we look for. Like sometimes it'll go. So I'm like, okay, right. Then the second thing that happened was the word color came up. I'm like, well, I don't know why color would come up. So, one of the, what's her name?
Laura.
Laura, yeah. I'm getting old. Laura came in, and I'm like, yeah, this color came, I was back there in the room. See where I'm getting at with this? So this is basically how we work with that. There has to be something kind of relevant to it. So the words come across. Any questions so far? Pass that around so they can see it. Then you have the good old trusty audio recorder. Audio recorders are good for EVP, that one down, so it records us. You always, like, when you're kind of on this, you always want to document stuff. Like I said before, this is the, if you're listening and all of a sudden you hear somebody say, hey, like you heard somebody say, hey, well, we press button 2, and it'll repeat it, 10-second repeat, so we can be sure what we're hearing. You put the bag in your pocket. Gotta take care of your equipment. I tell you what, it's expensive. Like that little gadget that's going around. Nowadays, it's $500. When I got mine, it was like $250. Price keeps going up.
I think that's because there's more interest in it.
Yeah, plus the economy.
Well, that too, but more people getting interested in it. So they
Well, now there's like hundreds.
I know, yeah.
Like in Erie, when I started out, there was like maybe one or two. Now there's like five, six, 4 or 5. I don't know. I really don't keep up on them, but there's a lot more. But so that's basically there's also some lights over here. That's like your temperature. So that's basically kind of like the equipment side of things. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to come sit here because I'm going to go through some of the evidence, I call evidence, some of the things that I've captured over the years. Gudgeville, Haman House, I've been a lot of places.
Have you ever been to the hotel at Frankfurt Park?
Yeah. Ghost hunting. But we've been a lot of places, you know. I'm not going to be one of those people that come in here and say I've been everywhere. I haven't been everywhere. Anybody that says they've been everywhere, hasn't been everywhere.
Have you ever been to the Madison Seminary out in Ohio?
Yeah.
Was that good?
Huh?
Was it good?
You know, I did that back before the videos, and I'll get into the bridge and show you what I get there. This first video here is just, it'll show you how these meters go off. This was just last weekend.
Wrong.
Impact going off to Haman House.
Really?
Which is in the room. See, everybody gets excited. Oh, it's steady on that. But you can't, unless it's like a natural EMF, which we already scanned the place. Or something was around it that took that circuit, and just froze the circuit. Because it wouldn't go off. I actually had to go in and restart. That's what I call hard hit. And he never showed up. So she was distraught and story is she jumped or she hung herself from the bridge. But yeah, so the EMF either hits at the bridge, what I thought that you guys could hear audibly. Okay? So basically what's captured here, in our opinion, is what sounds like horse push. Helping. There's a little ting sound like metal, and that's it. Now, if you believe the horns, word in my mouth. But this other lady has a video. She won't let me get it, so you can hear me a little loud. You're gone, you say, Derek, are you here? Then I'll be standing there, and I thought I heard the word hope. And then I asked, so are you hope for somebody like that doing that? And you'll hear a woman's voice come back. She says, Derek. You can grab it.
Is Derek out here? Now he's making them back off, folks. Now he's making them back off, folks. Now he's making them back off, folks.
But as you can see, over the years, I'm gathering evidence to make it more credible. Instead of just going out one time, getting something one time, I'm getting it more than Did you hear that? It's about somebody saying I'm Derek. You get a lot of Mr. Derek. This is kind of a funny one, but the REM pod starts going off and we'll stop, and then I'm like anticipating it, thinking that maybe it's gonna go off again, so I'm telling, I think it was Marty, I'm not sure who's in this video, but like, come over here, just act like we're doing this, just act like we're doing nothing. And then all of a sudden, REM pod starts going off again. Little compliment.
Wow.
I'd love to see that go off again as long as it's
Come over
still
here. Come over here. Stand like you were. Get your back to it.
Please.
Yeah. If you're gonna stand
Right here?
again, you need to be in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's act like we're done turning this on. Back away. Back away from the camera. Think how that happened, huh? I knew it. I knew it was gonna do it.
How far away do you set those?
How far away did I say what?
From your vehicle, how far away was that?
I did 25, 30 feet, maybe a little more. You know, maybe. I'm not good at distances. It's a good feet away. It's not picking up anything off us.
No, I know, I realize that, I'm just wondering how far out you normally set them away from you.
Oh, pretty good distance. Kind of like to make it, credible. Way away from us, way from the vehicle.
Is that the Waterford Hotel, brick building there?
That's Knickerbocker in Lionsville. I just went out before. This is Knickerbocker in Lionsville, and one of the ghosts believed to be it was just like a hotel and a bar now. But, when I was doing a spirit box session, and I don't know if you can make it out, but Claire comes across. You hear it? I frequent that place a lot too. And this is time lapse. I had a camera. And this is actually the church here. Okay. I have a grid up looking for shadows. But what happens here is we go outside, take a break, and what you see through the time lapse photography, you see that the door will open by itself. It'll just like a creak open. See the door on the left? See the out shot. Nobody around. We're sitting in my vehicle just waiting. I didn't notice this till I got it home. You can also see the door open. Now watch again. You'll see something going in front of the lights. See the lights moving? It's almost like a shadow there. The end. Yeah. So I'm talking about right in here. With the time, I thought that was pretty neat. Now, we've investigated Hope Cemetery over here. And everybody says that they believe, or some people have reported, seeing the Lady in Black. Have you ever heard of that? Lady in Black. Some people have reported it. And one night, I had the obelisk going, and we were in the middle of the cemetery, and the name Emmeline came up. And I'm like scratching my head because that name's never come up on that box before. And I've already had it a the old section, I believe. So we had a box, and we went on a hunt, trying to find Emmeline's headstone. So we went over to the old section, and one girl that was holding the box, who came up was the word near. Near. I'm like, okay, near, whatever, I didn't think we were ever gonna find this thing. And then she was standing sort of here, and behind her was a headstone. And then up on the box came behind. I'm like, well, behind her, I mean, who's behind her? So she turned around, and there was the headstone. That Emily on it. What was the date of her? But anyway, over the years, sometimes we would go out and visit her gravesite, like I did with Darlene, and we'll put flowers or lights or anything like that on the gravestones. And we were out there one night and got went over by the headstone, and I had a spirit box stone, and Marty had bought a red light in the shape of a cross. So I was standing there, and I had a spirit box on, and I asked him, I'm like, so what do you think? What do you think of the pretty lights, Emily? And all of a sudden we hear, pretty? So I'm gonna play that for you.
She died in 1854.
And that's been married 3 times.
You know, for one life.
I think it's really neat with stuff like this kind of stuff, because you're not expecting it, and it kind of like validates, that something could be going,
So you don't use all the equipment at the same time?
sometimes.
Okay.
But on this night, it was just the obelisk and the spirit box.
Does anything ever happen in daylight?
Yeah. I've had the red pod go off out of gun reel in the daytime. Sometimes I'll go out there in the day. I'll set it up on the right rail, boom, it'll go off. But it doesn't happen all the time. It's like hit and miss. But, yes, things do happen in the day. in my opinion. I've done the necrobiology during the day and that stuff. It's not just confined to nighttime. Like, most people like to investigate nighttime because sometimes it's a lot quieter. That's why I do it at nighttime. It's quieter. It's not really because of the spooky factor. It's just that it's quieter and creepy feeds. Because I got done stuff during the day, This one was captured in Gudgeonville. It's very clear, Class A all the way. I was surprised when it came across because it's crystal clear. But it's near the end, so instead of telling you what it is, I'm just gonna see if anybody gets it.
Can't understand what it's saying.
I'm cold.
I don't remember that one. This is it here. But she got it over there. Kind of gets, when you get some stuff, sometimes it's like the hair raises up on the arms. Like, wow, that really just gets out.
You mentioned earlier about Bigfoot stuff. When you're out at Gudgeonville, have you ever had any other kind of experience?
No. Not on the line.
No way.
But you know, I'm not really into Bigfoot. That awesome thing. But I have heard that people think like is yeah, like an alien. That's why it's so elusive as an alien, you know.
Isn't there a place right there called Axe River Hollow?
What's up in here?
Yeah, have you been?
I was there when I was younger,
Okay.
but it's like, I think it was an actual newspaper clipping on the actual river. But, it's all built up now. It's nothing, you can't even get behind it because it's so back.
Other places in the area that you got, active there. Sideline? Is that, or am I getting the wrong place? The Knickerbocker Hotel.
Yeah.
That's, well, right. But other places around here, I'm just curious. Got particularly, lots of people.
Like Union Station in Erie or?
Bowles House. And the yellow house and white house. Yeah, it kind of burned down. Before we got in, so I wanted to do that.
Okay, so just like the bridge, I mean, if the hotel burned down, they built a new facility there, the spirits would still be there, correct?
Yeah.
I said, Justin,
I
why
don't
don't
think
you
it's gonna go
go
anywhere.
6 months? You were gonna
We
go.
want land.
Yeah, I was in a hurry to get that.
Yeah,
Like,
go watch it. You don't know if it's gonna come. It's like,
other places. Yard cemetery.
they got Beetlejuice at it
Got
right
some
now.
stuff in there.
Beetlejuice too.
Mostly here, I did the Watson Hershey Mansion.
Because they lived Alec Baldwin and.
Not a whole lot. Warner Theater, kind of briefly. I think it's something huge. Anything else weird? Oh, the Jetson House in Waterford and Eagle Hotel. Out of those two, I think the Jetson House has more activity. stories too, also, like if you go across and stop your car and pull the windows down, you hear it. Yes. I don't know if you can hear this is from the bridge. And when I was talking about darting across the cliff and taking a walk with your mom, okay? Some of the stuff that still we get out there is we always hear a child saying mama. We'll get a child saying mama. And that's a whole lot of times. Well, this is one of the good ones. EVPs are kind of hard to do. Like I said, I try to pick out the best ones for everybody to be on. Sometimes they're difficult to hear. And that's the reason behind that is everybody hears different. You know? And sometimes I'll play that to you. I think this is another mama.
So that, oh God, so I don't like that. I agree. You have to be so that, oh God, so I don't like that. I agree.
This one you can't hear.
So the voices that you were hearing there, those are you guys investigating?
Yeah.
Is there a way to remove that so that
You don't hear you guys on.
hearing what the machine was maybe trying to pick up or something? You know, like you hear like, and maybe it's a Hollywood thing. You know, like they'll say, okay, play that tape back. Well, can you take this off? And they take something off.
Yeah, you can do that, but I don't. I don't because if you play with them too much, it will. So I kind of let them be the way they are, the way they act, and the way they look. I don't mess with it. Some people do. Like I said, it's rooms. Like I'm trying to take the boys out. I don't know. I want you to hear what we're hearing. And I know it's annoying when you hear that stuff, but the essence behind the whole realism is being genuine. Makes stuff on like I really don't watch those kind of shows, but I watched one show one time. They doctored up an EVP so bad. So that's a couple of things of that. And I'll do this one last thing and I'll get into theory because we're running out of time. This is one from the bridge. Like I said, there's a little child out there, there needs to be a little child. And I just had a recorder going on one night and just calling out, and all of a sudden this little kid comes across and always come. I don't know if they're said during the day. This is all cemetery. See the red pot going on. And like I was telling Ashley, I'm like, all the time in this cemetery, meters don't really go off, but it always goes off on this exit. Now that
So the background of the people who are buried there, I mean, is why would that estimate?
now, I think it's a dead exotic or something like that. You know, like, I've been going there a lot, and in my opinion, it's many entities sometimes. Like we got one of you people where we're standing around talking, and I was talking about being dead or something to that extent. And then on the EVP, you hear somebody goes, they think we're dead. But I think it's mostly Halloween. You gotta say that, because that's where the evidence has been over the years, leading toward it. There could be others, but stuff like that. Remember when I was telling you about the candle? When I put the box down, there's a candle, there's a picture of it. And where it says candle.
Makes you wonder if it wasn't a child.
Right? Now I'm gonna get into what I like to do that some people say is unique years. And there's a sense that ghosts and spirits need energy to manifest. Okay? So, where would you get energy from? Say you were a ghost and you needed energy. Yeah, there's more entity, there's like more entities you could get off that. You can also probably get energy off me. They can probably drain me, try to drain me. That's because some people sometimes, when they go on investigations, you know, and they're done their investigation, they're like, oh, we're so drained, you know. And then the belief, spirit energy, okay? Whenever it's believed that we have running water, okay? You have fog and mist, which is water. You can use that water, like water droplets, because there's air particles, magnetic air particles, okay, within the fog and the mist. So they could draw energy off that fog and mist and try and help themselves manifest. But it only happens real quick, and it doesn't happen all the time. So I've basically call this theory transient apparitional visual energy. Transient being very quick. You take the photo, boom, it's there, it's gone. That's how fast it's happening. And then the apparitional visual is when you see it through the camera when the camera's taking a picture. Kind of weird.
Shape.
Right. Pretty interesting, huh? Kind of like in here. Kind of looks like a girl with a veil.
Face.
Anybody see anything? No, it's not like I thought. Right in here. See the side profile? There's somebody from the 17th century with a big light. There's the nose, the eye, the mouth.
Have you ever seen anything that scared the daylights out of it?
I didn't want to say nothing. She goes, do you see that? And I go, yeah, it's just a person walking up the road. And like I said, when it got right to the middle of us and started to take off, it only had a top section. And it was kind of, white and black. Really strange to me, but that kind of scared me. But like, oh, apparitional. And I just thought that was you just zoom in, but see it now?
Yeah, lips are red. Lips are red. The face, it's a face. Oh my God.
Sometimes what I'll do is I'll get these photos and I'll look at them and then I'll think what I'm seeing and then I'll go on the internet and I'll start hunting down what I see. And the closest thing this would be like a 18th, 17th century midwife with I don't know what it was called, hat or whatever. Well, I don't know if you can see that. Take it out, this video is out there. Most of my work comes from guns, and like, like if you watch, you have a movie, you know, that's not a place where things happen. Anybody see a little girl with a baby doll?
See like Alice Small.
Yeah, like a blender, like a blender. That's what it was.
They have one on there.
like she's sitting there. Crazy, huh? It's used particularly for each location. Like I won't, this is the camera I use for out there. This little one right there. And one of the reasons I use it is because it's,
Like a dog.
huh?
Like a dog.
In the metal? Yeah. Anybody see it? Now, I'm being genuine and being honest with you. Next photo I go to, I'm not going to say, but you see what I'm seeing. We agree there's a dog in there, it's a dog, right? I do get animals, photos of animals. Yeah. They look like deer. Now there's a thing out there, probably never heard this word, but like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a thing out there called pareidolia. Ever hear of it? Well, what pareidolia is when you look at something, okay? Your mind kind of like tricks you, make you think you're seeing it, but it's really not there. It's a scientific thing. But I don't believe it. I don't believe wholeheartedly in it. And somebody stopped hiding it. Yeah, it's not there. Like sometimes, yeah. Like, for example, a good example of pareidolia would be like when you look up the clouds and you see the turtle shape, like that. So what's the difference between my photos and something like that? My photos are in focus and they're detailed. That tells me it's not pareidolia. What's that?
Almost looks like a man in the center walking.
A what?
Like a man in the center walking.
Like an acorn on the top left. Under the 11.
It could be. Could be. It could be.
Looks like a Picasso.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I see. Okay? I see a hand and a cuff. Here's the cuff. Here's the wrist. Okay. Here's the finger. Here's the finger.
Oh, I think
I was concentrating more on that solid white.
So we're looking at
That's the parallel.
The way down. I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
You got it.
Reaching out.
see on the left-hand side, that's a picture I took 2 hours earlier. If you kind of look, kind of looks like an arm coming out, and it has these little things like bands or something going across. Now when you look at this arm, see little bands going across. It's almost like I captured it beforehand, before capturing the full, what I call apparition, what looks like a guy sitting on the guardrail.
I'll go with the girl on the side, right, or the white.
Huh?
I'll go with the girl on the right. The one on the left looks like a thumb almost.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Could be. This is one of my favorites, Lady in Blue. Anybody see it? Right here would be like a box hat. There's the dress.
Where was that?
Creeping anybody out?
No.
It's all spirit. They're not.
They're on the back, and the face, the front.
See, sometimes with these photos, what will happen is you get more than one spirit or ghost that's trying to come across and show themselves. What they'll do is they'll morph. A lot of stuff in here. Let me ask this, does anybody see what it could look like a head of a horse?
See the face of an alien gray.
What?
Alien gray, typical alien, big eyes.
I see a horse. I can smell. I see the horse head up there. And there's an arm. Somewhere there. To me, that right up there is a horse head.
I know, you can.
Pretty cool. Thank you. And I'll wrap up the person. It's kind of a strange one. It's almost sweet magical. See right there? Staff. An eye.
Yeah.
Almost looks like a spirit right here. Big halo. Like she has her arms, like she's praying. This is my best right here. This will be the last photo. Last documentation. But these photos were taken 3 days apart. There's the three, right?